Finally, we will discuss the estimation method of over-identified equations. Over-identified equation is estimated by applying the two-stage least square methods. So how can we apply the two-stage least square methods? To understand this, we pick the models of simultaneous equation models, that is involves based on the two equations. First equation is the income equations and the second equation is the money supply equations. So the income equation is a function of y2, that is the income, as well as x1, that is the investment expenditure, and x2, that is the government expenditure. X1 and x2 are your predetermined variables here, and y1, y2 are your exogenous endogenous variables. So two equations, two endogenous variables. So again, we have to look at which equation can be estimated and which cannot be estimated. We will apply the identification issue. We will identify the equations. So equation 2 is identified, over-identified, because this equation is excluded we have over sufficient informations to identify the money supply functions. And the first income function is unidentified. So we cannot estimate the first equation by any methods. We can estimate the second equations, that is the over-identified equation. We estimate this equation by applying the 2SLS. So what is the method of applying the 2SL? Again, there are two steps in the application of your 2SLS. But first we look at how 2SLS help in estimation of the over-identified equations. So applying the order conditions of identification, we can see that the income equation is under-identified, whereas the money supply equation is over-identified. So there's not much that can be done about the income equation, short of changing the model specifications. So over-identified money supply functions may not be estimated by ILS because there are two estimates of beta to 1, because over-identified equation is the equations in which one or more of the structural parameter have more than one value. So in the text we have examined already that the estimate structural parameter beta 1 has more than two values. So why it is the money supply equation is considered as the over-identified. So for estimation, one may apply OLS to the money supply equation, but the estimates obtained will be inconsistent because there exists a simultaneity problem, and if we estimate it by OLS, the result will be unbiased, result will be biased and the inconsistent because of the likely correlation between the stochastic explanatory variable and this is y and u2. Because of the likely correlation between y1 and u2, we cannot apply here OLS, and we have to look for some other alternative method to determine the numerical value of the structural parameter betas. So we alternative method. In the alternate method, we find a proxy for the stochastic explanatory variable y1. Rather than we use the actual variable y1, we look at some proxy variables. That proxy variable is a variable that is close to the actual one, but it is free from the influence of the error term. Proxy variable is a variable that is close to the actual one. It has a close resemblance with the actual one, but it is free from the influence of the error term. So we have to look at an proxy variables for y1, and we have looked for the proxy for y1, and that must be closer to y1, but it is free from the influence of the error term. So such an proxy is also known as instrumental variable. और ये जो proxy होगी इसको हम instrumental variable भी कहते हैं. If one can find such proxy, if we have some proxy for the original variables, Then you will replace this proxy. You will replace the original variable with this proxy and then estimate the OLS. Why? Because by replacing the proxy with the original variable, uh, you have the variable, proxy variable, that is free from the influence of the error terms. It means now by replacing the proxy, uh, there is no chance of correlation of the proxy variable to be likely to correlated with the error terms, because the proxy variable is free from the influence of the error terms. So if one can find such a proxy variables, OLS can be used straightforward to estimate the money supply function. But how does one obtain the proxy variables? The question is how one obtain the this proxy variables. So one answer is provided by the two-stage least square. And two-stage least square help us in obtaining the proxy variables. How? Henry Thiels and Robert Bassmans developed this two-stage least square method. As the name indicated, the method involves two successive application of two-stage least square. It means the least square is applied on the two stages. At the first stage, we apply the least square, and at the second stage, we apply the least square. So, from the name, it is clear that it is the application of two-stage. It is the application of OLS in two different stages. So, what is the stage one? Stage one is to get rid of likely correlation between Y1 and U2. For this purpose, regress first Y1 or all predetermined variable in the whole system, not just in the equation, means to develop a reduced form from the models. The first step is develop the reduced form equation from the model. It is the same as we have developed the reduced form in the ILS, and we have reduced form in case of Hausman specific test. On the same lines, the first step, your first stage in the two-stage least square method is to develop a reduced form equation from the model and then estimate this reduced form equation by applying the OLS to get the estimated Y2. We have to get the estimated Y1, which you required. So we have this reduced form equation Y1. We have estimated this reduced form equation by applying the OLS. And after applying the OLS, we have the estimated Y1. So this is the story. Actual equal to estimated Y1 plus error term, estimated error term. This is the actual Y1 equal to estimated Y1 plus error. Now replace this Y1 as we have replaced it in the Hausman specification test. Now replace this Y1 in the original models. And you can see I have replaced Y in the original models, and after replacing I have this one. Beta 21 Y1 hat plus beta 21 U2, and this is included into the error term. Any if you open this, you have beta 21 Y1 plus beta 21 UT and plus UT. So U2T plus beta 21 UT, it becomes one term, and that is the UT star. This is the one error terms. So now we have this equations. Y2 is equal to beta 2 plus beta 2 Y1 hat. Now this Y1 hat is the proxy variable for Y1 because it is very close to Y1, but it is free from the influence of error term. It is free from the influence of error term. When it is free from the influence of error term, so there is less likely to be, they are not likely to be correlated with the error term, this one. So it means you know you can estimate this equation by applying the OLS. So we estimate this equation by applying the OLS. So this is the application of least square at the second stage. First stage, we estimate the reduced form by OLS, and the second stage we estimate the modified equation after uh, after placing the estimated value of y1 into the with the original one, replacing the original one with the estimated one, and after that we apply the OLS to estimate the modified equations. So this is the modified equations that is obtained after adjusting the, after replacing the original equation with original y1 with the your estimated y1. So this is the second stage. It is the second stage where we are applying the least square or ordinary least squares. So what is the outcome here? So comparing questions 20.4.6 and 20.4.2, we see that they are very similar in appearance. The only difference being that y1 is replaced by y1 hat. This is the difference that we have modified the equation, original equation by, we have modified the original equation by replacing the y1 in the original equation by the estimated y1. What is the advantage of this replacing of y1 with the estimated y1? Y1 in the original money supply equation is correlated, are likely to be correlated with the disturbance term, but y1 hat in the modified equation is uncorrelated with the error terms. So in the, as the sample size increases, so the result OLS can be applied. So as a result of this modification, or replacing of the original y1 with the estimated y1, we can apply the OLS to estimate the equations, and the results are the estimates that are achieved will be the consistent estimates. The advantage of this replacing original y with the estimated y is, by replacing this, we have now the equations that is in which the estimated y is not correlated with the error terms, and now we can estimate this equation by applying the OLS to get the parameters of the structural equations, and the structural parameter achieved by applying the OLS are consistent and efficient. Basic idea behind QSLS, the application of QSLS is it purifies the stochastic explanatory variable y1. Y1 in the original equation, y1 is the stochastic variable that is likely to be correlated with y error term phi u2. But the advantage of this QSLS is that it is purifying this y1 from the influence of the error term. So this goal is accomplished by performing the reduced form equation, regression of y1 on the predetermined variables in stage 1, and obtaining the estimate y1 and replacing y1 with the original one in the and then apply the OLS to the modified equation at stage 2. So obtaining the estimate y1 hat and replacing y1 in the original equation by estimated y1 hat, and then applying the OLS to the transformed equation, that is the stage 2. So the estimated obtained are consistent, that is, they converge to their mean value as the sample size is increasing indefinitely. So this is the techniques, this is the method that are involved in the estimations of in the application of the QSLS to get the parameter of the over identified, to get the numerical value of the structural parameter of the over identified equations. So feature, what are the characteristics or what are the feature of the QSLS is? It can be applied to an individual equation in a system of equations. It can be used to estimate the individual equations without directly taking into account any other equation in the system. Hence, for solving economic models involving a large number of equations, QSLS offer a economical model. Unlike ILS, which provide multiple estimates of parameter in the over-identified equation. Yani, ILS can be applied to estimate the over-identified equation, but in this situations, it will give a multiple estimate of some of the structural parameters. So 2SLS is specially uh, 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 developed for the over-identified equations. While 2SL provide only one estimate per parameter, while ILS will provide multiple estimate per parameters. This is the difference of the application of ILS and 2SLS on an over-identified equation. It is easy to apply because all one need is to know the total number of exogenous or the predetermined variable in the system without knowing any other variable in the system. Easy to apply. This is the feature of fourth, specially designed to handle over-identified equation. In a 2SLS method is specially designed to handle the over-identified equation because if you estimate the over-identified by equations by ILS, it will give the multiple solutions. But if you will estimate the over-identified equation by 2SLS, it will give a unique solution. It means a 2SLS is specially designed to estimate the over-identified equations, and it will give a unique estimate. So, but the ILS and 2SL will give the identical. The method can also be applied to exactly जैसा कि हम ओवर आइडेंटिफाइड इक्वेशन को एस्टिमेट करने के लिए आईएलएस अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, इसलिए एग्जैक्ट आइडेंटिफाइड इक्वेशन को एस्टिमेट करने के लिए आप ओवर आइडेंटिफाइड या क्यूएसएलएस का मेथड भी इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है. लेकिन if you estimate the QSLS to estimate the exact identified, then the estimate of ILS and QSLS will be the same one. If R2 value in the reduced form, this is the stage 1. If the R2 value in the reduced form regulations are very high, it means the model is good fit. It means very high means the value of R square is exceeding 0.8. So 2SLS estimate will be very close to the OLS estimate. Because when R square is very high, it means the model is good fit. It means the estimated model has a minimum residual sum of square. Minimum residual sum of square. It means OLS estimate and 2SLS estimate, because when you have R square high, and then the estimate obtained from the first equation will be used as proxy in the second equations. So it means the proxy is very good. Proxy is very good proxy. So as a result, the estimates of the OLS and the 2SLS will be more or less the same. But if R square in the first stage will be very low, it means the proxy that you are using that is not good, and that will lead, it means that the result of OLS and 2SL will not be the identical one, they will be different one, because the proxy that we are using at the second stage, that is not a good proxy, because at the first stage you have seen that the R square value is very low. So these are the some features. So the next is your examples. So it is considered as the assignment for you guys. Look at these examples. This example show the complete applications of the Hausman specification test that will help us, that will show how can we determine practically experiment through the application of data set. How can we determine whether there exists a simultaneity problem or not in the model. So in this examples, you can learn all this by using the data set. You can look at, you can estimate the model, the reduced form, and then we estimate the will replace this in the original model, and to look at the significance of the parameter of the estimated reduced estimated error. And if it is significant, we can say that simultaneity exists. And if it is insignificant, we can say that simultaneity does not exist. We will, we, you can learn all these kind of activities through this examples. So this example will help you to learn about how to examine the simultaneity problem, and you can also learn the application of the two-stage least square in estimating models. So you have to look at yourself, you have to take it as an assignment, uh, go through a thorough reading, and that will help you in understanding the application of all the specification test as well as the application of the two-stage least square to get the parameter numerical value of the structural parameter.